Holy shit. Well. It's the last fucking year. Oh, sorry, last fucking day of the year. Well, I got nothing. I got nothing but the appreciation. I got nothing but the appreciation. For what? Well, for year being just enough for whatever it was supposed to be enough for. That's the first thing. Cool. Okay. Alright. This should be here. At least. I mean, should be alright. Um, how was the year? So, it's the last day. So, we are gonna like think about it. What happened in this year? What was the highlights? My college was over, so farewell was definitely a highlight of my year. So, like saying bye bye to that fucking place. It was good though. Like, I had fun. That's alright. I had fun and I paid handsomely for that fun. Alright. But yeah. What about life? What about learnings? What about goals? What about aspirations? What about life just in general? Huh. Let's think about it. So, in terms of goals, I don't know. I'm pretty much free. Like, at this point, like, I have goals, right? It's not like I don't have goals, but they're goals. They're just things that I would do till I'm alive, until I'm dead, and to the point where I can't physically do them, but regardless, I'm gonna do them, continue to do them. So, like, they aren't even like, how do I say this? Like, what's the matter of it? Like, how can I say that I'm gonna do this in 2024 and do that in 2025 and do that in 2026? Like, I'm gonna do whatever I do, and I'm gonna do till I find something in it, or just I don't wanna do. I just don't see it going anywhere. Beside that, hell yeah, we want we want to have a. Actually, we don't want to have a job, but if we have to, we will get a job. That's our contribution. It's what we would like to do if we don't have something to do for us. So yeah, job is obvious, and baki to it is what it is, right? Like, life has been good, worked out this year, worked out a year before, so progress has been clearly visible there. And I'm not stopping because it's fun. Although I haven't went to gym from for like past 2 3 days because my mom was a little sick. So yeah, but yeah, that's gonna continue for life. And yeah, it's fun to work out. Uh, would get into maths again after like definitely would like to get into maths and uh explore it by myself. No fucking teachers. Fuck them. Most of them. The one who sucked at it. The one who came with his biceps in his pants and fucking assholes. Anyway, so let's not go there. It was fun. It was nice. What else? What else? Yeah, he's gonna continue doing its shit. But that doesn't matter. Why should it? You know, like I don't see that point in it that you need to be scared in a corner with the AI coming on. It's gonna come on, inevitable. And if companies find it economically viable and they have the sufficient staff that can do the things, then regardless of what the word sings or reality, they're gonna use it to make more money, because that's why companies are there, to make money. What else? Live streams are gonna continue. That's how I find it fun to make videos on YouTube. Like, dun, 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 dun. I used to think I will make documentary kind of videos, but I don't think I want to explore that. Not anymore. Like, there's enough content on this fucking planet Earth, and there will be more. So, yeah, that's not a not a viable reality anymore. Like, I want to make that kind of content. No, fuck no. I don't want to make that kind of content. People are going to make that kind of content. You can watch them. I don't want to add anything to it. Like, you want to watch that, you want to watch that. But coming back to the point, what's the point of making that? I don't see a point in it, so I'm not gonna do it. I used to think it would just be pretty and it was nice and all those things, so we should make it, but I don't see it anymore. I don't know why. It doesn't matter, just content. Little less quality, little more quality here and there. It's just all that. Just another thing, you know, it is what it is. So not that, But these live streams are good. Now I can just sit, talk to nobody at all, and myself. We just sit here and talk. So yeah, that's out of the window. Linux. Fuck yeah. So I was thinking about how all of my problems have been. No, not come on, shit. Okay, not all of the problems. Most of the problems I have narrowed it down. Oh, it's the. Oh, I mean, it's obviously my fault. I wanna watch shit on YouTube, right? I wanna watch content on Instagram. I wanna watch things and not do the or not pursue anything else. And we just wanna sit here and do that all day. But it's not bad or right, or it's just like, also while all that is true, we want to do great things in life. So yeah, contradict, there is a conflict that exists there. uh it's like, if you just want to do that, you should just do that. Be fucking homeless and just keep watching shit if you want to do that. So like, if shit is without a purpose and we are watching it without a purpose, then we should not watch it. So yeah, is that right? So I had this idea that what if I could just use Linux? No, what if I could just use command lines to access videos, play videos that I want to play, and not all get caught in the loop of these interfaces, these highly sophisticated design interfaces where it's there for to make sure that you stay there. So you know, and Linux does that. Linux allows you to interact with computer in the most raw way possible or out there, and you can just use that instead of relying on these fancy interfaces and buttons and all that kind of nonsense. So that's kind of fun. Well, we'll probably do that. What else? um so Linux, definitely, going to going to use Linux a lot. Fully migrate my whatever work is there to Linux. I just want to use Linux. I don't know. I'm just becoming a fanboy now. You know, it's such an like utility driven tool. It's really an extension of just you and the action and nothing in between. That's it. That's Linux. And I don't know why I didn't get this earlier. Like, now a lot of my time will. I would like to in many ways there are ways to interact with computer through Linux. And then because it's a Linux interface is just it's you and you your control. So like damn, I don't know. I'm gonna do that. I don't know how live stream will work, how much snappier it will be, or all that kind of shit, but I hope it works great. I hope it works enough so that we could do stuff. Right. Um, I don't know anything else. What else would I like to do? Mm, mm, mm. I think something, yeah, definitely. Coding, backends, front ends, apps, they also allure me, so definitely they are like priority. And it's not the apps, it's more of a like general understanding of why code works, if it works, and how can I write more of it. That's it, you know. That's the pinnacle of what I want to do. And why I want to do is because code is a tool to do something. So, what I want to do with code is build my own interface. What kind of interfaces will you build? Well, I am interested in VR. Why is it? Because, so first of all, I've never experienced VR. So, like, why am I interested in VR? I think it's more to do with that you can argument things. You can argument a reality in front of you that's not real. So, and you can interface with it, and its interface sucks. It sucks for most reasons. So, I want to figure that out, and it's a great way to spend time into something that's close to reality, like our reality, and then it goes one step beyond that. It's basically like a full customizable reality. Like you can wear a VR headset and you get a blank space. If you have enough compute, you can create whatever you want to create in that space. But obviously, you need to be at some level of skills to be able to do that. But it's possibility. It's possible, and that's enough for me because that's what I would like to do. Not that reality sucks, but that uh, we don't live in reality. We live in these parallel worlds of digital and social media, and then we live in real world, and both of them are just oof, they're like so different. Um, why is it different? So think about it, right? People are unhinged in comment sections often, and they're unhinged with their views and for who they are because though nobody can see them and they can be raw. So I don't know, like when people are unhinged, I want to ask them. I don't want to ask them, but I just know at some level they are unhinged and people see them as unhinged because they're speaking something that's true to them. It could be. I'm not saying they are speaking right or wrong. I'm saying they're speaking something that is true to them. So in that way, it's like somehow these people are not gonna say those things in our real world face to face. Why is that? Because there are consequences. And often digital reality doesn't, you know, have that level of consequences. Like abusing someone on internet is quite easy, but abusing someone in real life face to face has to, it's like level or two down, so, right? Like seriously abusing it, not with your the fuck around you do with your friends, but like rather you just on the road you just like someone no liked someone like disliked someone's dress and you just calling them out at that moment in that point in by making contact. So people are liars, you know. Not on the internet, I think on the internet too. It's not okay, so no, let's not go into generalization. Like fundamentally they are liars and they lie wherever they can support an idea or support an argument with their lie. They lie wherever they get the chance. They lie wherever they can minimize their um minimize anything that they don't want to feel. They lie. So yeah. So in that way, it's just an interesting thing because eventually we are gonna evolve to this very phenomena where we interface with technology in a way like that's natural to us in real life, but it still will be in a digital space. So yeah, in that way, I think it would be just incredibly amazing to see the all the toxic interactions, and it's just a fun thing to think about how would internet look then, because internet has gone pretty old. Internet went old, dude. Like everything is at its peak. Like people used to say internet will be this thing where or at least media platforms will replace television, and you might not believe it, but it has already done that. Like it's already a done thing. It's not, we're not waiting for that moment where YouTube and shit like phones will replace our television. They have already done that. It's done. Only thing on the television, only thing anyone is watching on the television is the content on YouTube. So for most of the people, again, not for everyone. Boomers are gonna watch it, what they watch on YouTube. So it's already has happened. So it's like peak internet, and internet has enabled money transaction and all that. So it has already happened. Everything that was supposed to happen to a point where it could have happened. Like those 90s videos where people talk about what's internet gonna be like. It's the time now. Internet is what it could have been. What's beyond this? And everyone knows beyond this is what we call like what beyond this is basically interaction, a reality level interaction in the digital world by using the same mediums, the mediums that we are accustomed to, our language and our natural presence, and not like typing on keyboard and stuff. It's just our present. Considering all of that information, the next generation of how you will interact and how will the interfaces will be made around it. It's just a fascinating concept. How people will experience internet beyond this point is just a fascinating concept because right now internet is going to a URL and consuming information. But this could go beyond, and instead of URL, you could go to spaces, and you would not even be able to go to a URL because there won't be a URL. There will be spaces. You could just name and go to places. It will be like a real world. We don't have URL. We have spaces, places with addresses, and it will revert back to very like a meta kind of reality, which will be like very similar to us, but not entirely. It will be absurd. So anything that has to do with masses and interactions, it's just a fascinating concept of how people are gonna use what they're gonna use, or how large masses are gonna like use what they are gonna use, and then how we can argument ourselves. Like Linux is best way to argument yourself. We're doing things that you wanna do in the internet and extract all the garbage out, right? Similarly, a lot of technologies can be a very effective way to do things that I want to do. But there will be a lot of garbage and commercialization built into it. So, learning to code and learning to think about interfaces will allow me to see what's a commercialized aspect of things, of platforms, why something is there, and what could have been the reason that it's there, so that, well, I don't fall prey to that, because fuck that, it's taking my time, making me, it's taking my time, it's making my moment, it's stealing something from me, even though it's costing me nothing for the most of the time. It's costing me time, and it's taking the time and saying that I can't have it, they're gonna have it. And fuck that, because I don't wanna give time to things that I repent from deep of my heart, because, well, if I want something, I want that thing. I don't want a substitute for it. If I want a video on the internet, and if I've thought that I want a Linux tutorial, I don't want 10 other things. But that what happens, you go for one thing and then you are like, hey, here are buffet of options, and you start feeding off them, and it's just so fucking absurd. And it's like, the decision is taken by you. It was an option, but was it? Was it an option? Definitely was. And it's my fault that I chose to continue that. But we have to realize at some point it's me. It's my fault. But there have been standards that have made that possible. So I don't know. Am I trying to say it's not entirely my fault? But I understand it. It's entirely my fault. Like, it's obviously a choice, right? It's my choice to do certain things. And only if the things that I want to do, except watching the things that I'm offered to watch, has no importance to me, then only I will, like, like, I think other things could wait. I can have more time for other things, then only I'm gonna watch the YouTube or watch any type of content, because I know there will be time for other things, but there won't be. And that realization has pushed me to places where I should have been earlier. So next year is going to about that. Next year is going to be about, if everything is my fault, then I better own it. I better control it to the extent which I can. And what I can't, Obviously, I can't. I can't delete YouTube from the internet and from the world. That's not my point. Point is, it's just if I don't want to watch it, I'm not gonna watch it. If I want to watch it, I'm gonna only watch the things that I decide to, not what you recommend. Fuck that. I'm only gonna listen to things that I wanna listen to. I'm not gonna listen to your shit. That's the philosophy. Amen to that, brother. So, you know, that's about it. What else? Hmm. I also think time is flawed concept. I cannot know how much time I have. I can set arbitrary limits like, oh, this moment, this, and I can say just, oh, okay, 5 minutes into the future, that's how much time I have left. But that won't be true because if I'm alive, then time will be left beyond that. So, what's the point of time? Why are we using time for a lot of things? Like, a lot of people say, don't waste time. What does it even mean to waste it? Like, how am I wasting time? How is it? Am I in a certain way that it's going? Like, I can only waste things that I have or that I can count. I can't count how much time I have, so how is it a waste? I don't know. Let's say you couldn't count how much rice you had. You cannot know the amount, and I give you a bucket. It's just an thought experiment. Let's go through it. There is a bucket, right? And there is rice in it, but it's a magic bucket. You don't know when the rice from that bucket will disappear and not exist. Like it can happen any second. If you pull this much rice out, or this much, or this much, and you pour it down a drain, you never know when it's going to stop. So, in the end, after each day, another day happens, another day happens, and someone comes, well, how much rice did you waste? And how much is left? Well, you can't tell how much is left, and you can't tell when it's going to be over, and you will left with no rice because you don't know. We can't know that, but we can maybe look at this, that you say, okay, so I have drained 50 kg of rices in a day times 3 days, so I have wasted 150 kg of rice. You can do that, but what's the point of knowing that? What's the point? Well, you might say that, hey, if I know, I'm gonna if I'm gonna know that I have wasted 150 kg of rice, then I won't waste any. But you don't have any. We don't know how much is there. How can you guarantee that you won't waste any? It's like, what the fuck? Like, so how do you even like you should not waste money because you exactly know how much money you are gonna be left with. Like it's a resource that will go away, that will vanquish. And the moment, the resource that is time itself, it can only vanquish and go away when you are dead, and you don't know when you will be dead. Maybe I never get to see the first light of 2024. It's just a thing. Maybe this might be my last live stream. So, what's wasting? So, if this is my last live stream ever and I don't exist after this point, have I wasted my life? How can my life be wasted? I say I haven't wasted my life. And the reason why is I'm trying to find the ground realities that I can believe in, the truths that are there or aren't. I'm trying to find my way out of lies. So I want to do, I want to find the truth. I want to find the way out of my all the lies and the construct of false realities that has been around us. So my pursuit in some form or another has been around that goal. And now I have a system, I have some arbitrary knowledge with which I can examine things and see what's beyond the things itself and very arbitrary messages that they are trying to say or convey, and I can just look through it, and I think it has been well worth it. And beyond this point, I will continue to do the same things, but with different approach. Now that I know some of the truths that I believe have come from my experiences, I know that that it's I know that what I have to do and what is what there is to do for these things. I want to live that way, so it won't matter because got what I wanted, and I will continue to get what I want, and I know what I want, so it won't matter whether I live tomorrow or not, whether there will be a tomorrow for me or not, because I don't need anything else, and I can want everything else. You get it? I don't need anything else, but I can want what I can want, and that's life for me at this moment. And this has been only possible throughout all the 2023. 2022, 2021 was all started with great deal of depressions and anxieties and fear of missing out on things and moments and gone and so much life just missed not living it, and all of that went away somehow in 2023, and I was here to live it. I was here to experience the moments and not just empty playback of those moments in my memories. I was there in the moment, so I felt my best in 2023. That's what I can conclude from 2023. A lot of resentment was there in 2022, and it's just in a state of things. Nothing has externally changed, and nothing will matter if external circumstances change. That they will change. They are inevitable. The changes for the external environment and circumstances are inevitable, but often the things that are internal, they don't change throughout the life. But I experienced the change, and so it was a transformative year for me, because there was change in internal state, and I was moved by it. And I noticed that externally things don't matter if only you are trying to do is get moved from inside, like trying to find that how I can move from inside, and all we do is, keep trying to hit the change on external environment, and that doesn't work because I've been trying to do that for last 8 years or so, and it didn't work for the most of it. But somehow in 2023 some things changed, and it wasn't radical. It wasn't that we woke up the next day and everything was changed. It's like, I don't know, it's like laid back realization one after another, and just sitting with those realizations and those, and then putting my experiences against those, and you just sit through it, and it happens, and you just say it. And I have no fucking way to tell others how they can say it. Like, I can tell them, oh, bro, this, but it's all bullshit. I know that. I've tried, but it doesn't work that way. So let it be. Let it not work that way. It's not my thing. So next year will be whatever it will be. It will be things that I want, and I will get what I want. So yeah, there's that. And I love talking like this, being on live stream talking about shit like this, because this is reflection throughout my year. It's a kind of like short diaries, you know. Recently they have become more and more diaries, about more and more informative diaries. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I have class in the evening, and I have to buy some stuff so that, you know, we can burn a bonfire, do the bonfire thing. And well, it's cold out there, so it's only logical to, you know, find the warmth in fire. So I'm gonna go buy some stuff which I can light up. That was it. That was 2023. Maybe I will do one more live stream at night. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, that was it. Pretty good. It was nice.